Joining us now, retired Navy Captain William Toti. He was inside the Pentagon on 9/11 and played a crucial role in the rescue efforts that day. Sir, thank you for being with us as we commemorate now 23 years. How do you mark this day each year?
Marni, I try to mark it by reminding folks of what happened. You know, we have a generation now of adults in the workforce with no memory of 9/11. That's excusable. But the truth is, not only do they have no memory of it, they have no understanding of it. They have no understanding of the impact of 9/11. I spend a lot of time these days reminding folks of heroism of our heroes in World War II. And it occurred to me that we are as far removed from 9/11 today as we were in the 1960s when I was a boy from the attacks on Pearl Harbor. The big difference is no adult in the United States in 1960 failed to understand the significance of Pearl Harbor. There are a lot of adults in the United States today who don't understand and don't seem to care about the significance of 9/11. So I try my best to bring those memories fresh to them.
I certainly remember that day and where I was, and each day nearly brought to tears as we look back and see some of those images and hear the sound. You lived it, though. You were inside the Pentagon as you try to help people remember, and for those who don't know, to educate them. What memories to you, William, stand out from that day most?
The fact that in the early moments, we were absolutely overwhelmed by the casualties. The number of casualties greatly outnumbered the number of responders. By the time the professional rescuers showed up, most of the people who had been rescued had already been rescued by people who had just happened to be there. The other thing that there was a camera crew there filming, and there's footage of me running around. And the bizarre thing for me personally is that I see myself in these videos, and I have no memory of what I'm doing in the videos. And it's just such a bizarre psychological issue that I suspect thousands and thousands of people who are present, both in New York and D.C., suffer from. And that's something I'll never understand.
The weight of the heartbreak that day is immeasurable for you and so many others, and really for every American who lived through it. But it also created a sense of patriotism. And for you, Captain, I know that your experience on 9/11 shaped your decision to remain in the Navy. Walk me through your thoughts.
Well, my family was not one that enjoyed the frequent deployments that I was enduring when I was in the Navy. So I'd made a decision prior to 9/11 to actually retire from the Navy. And on 9/12, of course, I reversed that decision, stayed in the Navy another 5 years. And, you know, this is the important point. On September 12, 2001, this nation came together in ways that we had not seen since Pearl Harbor. We weren't Democrats and Republicans. We weren't right and left. We were all Americans drawn together by an understanding of what the real threat to our country was. I could not believe that 23 years later, we would be where we are today. With the division and the divisiveness that we suffer from today, we don't understand that the enemy isn't each other. The enemy is external to the United States, and we seem to have completely forgotten that.
Right. And I even think of the powerful image, right? We watched the debate last night and the divisiveness politically in this nation around Republicans and Democrats, and November will vote. But this morning we see Donald Trump and Kamala Harris standing nearly side by side at the 9/11 commemorative ceremony in New York. What would you call on each of these candidates to bring back the love, the patriotism, the unity we saw post 9/11 in this election for the next 8 weeks?
I would appeal to them that we should not have a situation develop where it will take another 9/11-like event to refocus our political leaders on what's really important in this world. That we got to keep treating each other as we are the enemy, and we have to start focusing on the things that will prevent the next 9/11.
Yeah, there are many who wish to do America and our nation harm. Retired Navy Captain William Toti, your personal experience is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for joining us on this 9/11. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.